over the next couple of years, and they're gonna have to show a little bit of toughness, a little bit of rough and tumble. And now they don't have to go out there and be Ryan Reeves and drop the mitts every day. Like I don't think they're gonna ask Landon Sim, who had 2 fights in the tournament, to go out and fight each and every night that he's out there. That's not what they're asking for. But I'm sure that they wanted to impress the coaching staff, impress the organization. Like, hey, if we get called up and we need to show a little bit of toughness in the bottom 6, we're ready. We're ready. And that was one big takeaway that I guess we could both say is it did seem like there was an identity being set early. So I would expect for that to translate into main camp too, wouldn't you? For this team to really truly show that they're a much more physical, they're much heavier and big, strong. That's how they want to play. Craig Berube hockey, north south. Craig Berube hockey.
No, that's it, right? It's not. They're not asking for anything complicated. What they're looking for is competitiveness. They want to see these guys, especially the younger players. Because we talked so much about the veterans on this team, the stars on this team. The young prospects don't get enough talk because we just really haven't really seen their development path as much, right? And a lot of these guys are kind of new to the organization too. So I do like that you kind of see top to bottom that there is a path where you see where this Leafs team wants these guys to focus their game on, right? That competitive spirit. Now there were some bumpy moments, like they were down 3-0 to Ottawa in the first game, and they had mounted a bit of a comeback there. So like there's a little bit of that where you don't have your best start, but I think that John Gruden said after the game, our best 15 minutes were the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Stayed with it. Stuck with the game.
Exactly. Right. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of, if you're not going to have your best stuff, you got to find a way to power through it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think also it really did look different than years past. And we kind of touched on a Friday show how it wasn't as much of a skilled, star-studded lineup, right? Not a lot of top-end rookies who were going to fill the net, right? We were expecting it to be a bit of a different vibe, a different look, and it was, and that's kind of what we're talking about here. But, they did score 7 goals over the span of the 2 games, 3 to the loss to Ottawa, and obviously 4-goal output against Montreal. Let's do our 3 standout prospects, our 3 top players of the weekend. We'll do that next here in the Locked On Leafs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. It's your team every day.
Today's episode of the Locked On Leafs podcast is brought to you by Indeed. You just realized your business needed to hire somebody yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other sites. Indeed sponsored jobs put your post at the top of the page and help you reach the right candidates faster. Because honestly, each and every day you do not have that right person, it does set you back. And the pressure's on, and every day without the right person, you feel like it's just like yesterday. You need to find that person. So what do? You need to go to Indeed, get Indeed sponsored jobs. It comes in handy, and make sure your post is seen by the right candidates right now. You can speed up your hiring process with a $75 sponsored job credit. Just go to Indeed.com/lockedon right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring Indeed is all you need.
Welcome back into the Locked On Leafs podcast. Mike DeStefano, Dave Morcity with you as we are each and every day, Monday through Friday. You can find the podcast free and available wherever you get a podcast, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast at. You can also find the show on YouTube as well. Hit subscribe if you enjoy the content and if you want to be locked into what's happening with the Toronto Maple Leafs on a daily basis. Get your daily dose of Leafs content right here on the Locked On Leafs podcast. So the Maple Leafs rookie camp in the books. They went 1-1, lost to the Sens, beat the Montreal Canadiens. Who were 3 stars of the weekend, Dave? Who stood out to you?
Who stood out to me? Well, I'll start with one player that I'll agree I haven't spent as much time watching just because I haven't really seen much of him in a blue and white uniform. Is Ben Danford.
Yeah.
He didn't obviously light up the score sheet, and we came to this week and say that's not what you're going to expect to see from Ben Danford. But this guy does not shy away from physical play. He took a huge hit. What does he do? He doesn't, he gets right up, doesn't even go looking for a stick, gets up, stays in the play, and he goes to find the guy. And he's like, if you're going to hit me, you're going to have to answer it. I like that about him, but I did see the smooth skating ability from him. He made a really nice breakout pass to set up a scoring chance with Easton Cowan. Like you could see where again, talking about the development path, big player, but there's the tools there. The skating is there. There's a bit of that desire to, be more of an offensive contributor. I really liked what I saw from him.
Yeah, no, I read some rave reviews about how steady he was for the Maple Leafs this weekend, and that's what you want, right? That's what you want from his game. Like you said, he's not necessarily, he's not going to be Kale McCarr, he's not going to be Lane Hudson, he's not going to be Morgan Riley. That's just not the player he is. But he can kind of do similar things to like a Chris Tanev, where he's defensively reliable, but he's got a decent first pass and he can get it out of the zone. So, he's improving on that. He's got the raw skills, and it's something that he will continue to do, this upcoming season in another year of development. He's not a guy I expect to make the Leafs team at a training camp. A good opportunity. He's going to be there at Leafs camp, but don't expect him to make the team. But certainly the best defenseman, I thought, for the Maple Leafs at the tournament, as you would expect. He is their top defensive prospect. Who's your second star, Dave?
Second star, I'm going to go with Jacob Pullen.
Yes.
I really liked what I saw from him. Again, a guy who he dealt with some injuries last year. We saw him get a call-up at one point. I think he got injured. He missed some time in the game that he got called up against Ottawa. The Leafs don't have a lot of centers. We talk so much about the center depth within the organization. I'd like to see him continue on that path to really try to hone in on his game at center.
Yeah.
But again, competitive. Not the biggest player, but that doesn't stop him from going to the dirty areas. I thought he was really strong on the puck too. So I liked a lot about what I saw with Jacob Pullen's game.
Yeah, I mean, with the Maple Leafs not re-signing Alex Steves, he looks like a perfect fill-in for